Hello, true believers. Jim Henry here, Democratic candidate for Congress in Florida's 28th Congressional District from Miami all the way down to beautiful Key West. So let's talk about Pam Blondi. I gotta admit, this is one thing I actually like about Laura Loomer, that calling her Pam Blondi is just perfect. Pam Blondi says that they are going to investigate anyone who has been working to prevent Donald Trump from becoming President of the United States. Well, she's going to have to investigate my hairy white butt, because for the past 7 years, since 2018, I have been traveling the country working on campaigns specifically to fight Donald Trump and Trumpism, and I have actually worked on 2 presidential campaigns against him. We're 1-1. Unfortunately, we lost the last one. But I'm going to make it easy for Blondi to investigate me. And I'm going to read off, and yes, I will be looking at my computer screen here because I've worked on so many campaigns that I might forget one or two. But I'm going to read off all the different ways that I have been fighting Donald Trump and Trumpism for the past 7 years. My career as an organizer started out in Miami, right here, back when it was Florida's 26th Congressional District. From June to November of 2018, I knocked 90 doors a day, persuading inconsistent Democratic voters to make a commitment to vote in the midterm elections back in 2018. They did that, and Debbie Mukersel-Powell won her seat. We flipped it. After that, I went back to New England, where my roots are. I worked on Tom Steyer's presidential campaign in both New Hampshire and South Carolina. I was proud to be the very first organizer that Tom's campaign hired, and I used to tell voters in New Hampshire that the world was counting on us to get it right, and we did get it right. Maybe Tom didn't win, but we did our part to defeat Donald Trump and elect Joe Biden president. After that job ended, I went to work for a company called the Outreach Team. I was a deputy director. I worked several different campaigns for them. Started out in Portland, Maine, went up to Lewiston, Maine. After that, I went down to Athens, Georgia, worked a couple of different campaigns in Athens, Georgia. I was driving back from Georgia after that job ended on January 5th, and we gave Joe Biden a Democratic Senate by electing John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock to the United States Senate. I was driving back from Georgia when Donald Trump and his minions attacked the Capitol on January 6th. Next up, I worked on an issues campaign in Morgantown, West Virginia, persuading actually a lot of Republican voters to call Joe Manchin to support the For the People Act. I worked for a company called Field Strategies to create a green energy corridor in Maine. Worked a few different campaigns there. Then I was fortunate to work one of the best campaign jobs I've ever had as a digital organizer with the Michigan Democratic Party, where we helped to re-elect Governor Gretchen Whitmer and create a Democratic House, Senate, and governor's office for the first time in a generation in the 2022 midterms. I worked as a field director for a company called Fieldworks. I worked for them in Joplin, Missouri, and also in Phoenix, Arizona. I was part of the campaign that reaffirmed the women's right to choose in Arizona. And then most recently, I've worked 2 different jobs recently. One of them, I went back to Michigan, worked mostly in Detroit for the Harris Walz campaign. I was the engagement deputy organizing director, working out of the state headquarters in Detroit. And at the end of that campaign, they also shipped me up north to Sheboygan, up in northern Michigan, where I had a fantastic time working with Democratic volunteers leading up to Election Day. Most recently, I had the opportunity to work for a gentleman named Josh Wheel in Florida, part of the special election this spring. Sadly, Josh lost, but that's where we are. So that's my my resume. Now this is a little bit longer. It's about 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes long. I don't know how many people will actually view this because it's a little bit longer, but the bottom line is I've been out there on the front lines for 7 years, and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to use my voice and use my freedom of speech as long as they let me, and I need your help to amplify it. In the description, there's a link to my Act Blue account. If the future resembles the past, there'll probably be a few hundred people that will view this video if it's not amplified. If you donate even a small dollar amount to my campaign, I can use those funds to amplify the message, to reach out to more voters, and to spread the word that the loyal opposition is here and we're still fighting, and we want to defeat Donald Trump and Trumpism. And if that's important to you, please make a donation. Thank you so much, and we'll see you all soon.